And welcome back to my channel. If you're brand new here, welcome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for future content. Today's video is going to be about makeup brushes, in particular for beginners. So I've handpicked 10 makeup brushes from all different brands that I think would be fantastic for you guys. If you're perhaps looking for a new brush to replace your current one, or if you're just starting out and you have no idea where to begin, don't worry, I'm here to help and take you through all the individual brushes of how to use them, what to use them with, and what they're made from. The first brush we're going to talk about is foundation brushes. The first one I'm going to show you is this one from Smashbox. It is their blurring foundation brush. It is super nice. It's really soft, but the one thing I do love that's a standout is the size of the brush head. It's small enough to fit around smaller areas on the face. So for example, underneath the eye area, around the nose, things like that. Now, it is synthetic bristles, so it's man-made, it's cruelty-free. This one here, I always reach for because I know that it's going to blend in my liquid, cream foundations and stick foundations quite easily. Now, because there's a bit of movement throughout the bristles, right? See that? It means that it's going to give you a really light, sheer coverage because it just blurs it into the skin. Anything that's going to be more densely packed, like the bristles are densely packed, would be something like this. This brush is from Hourglass, and you can see that there's not much movement. It's a little bit more dense compared to this one over here. So look at that. Look at that. Okay. The more dense it is, it means that it's going to give you more of that medium to full coverage because you can really like pack it onto the skin, whereas this one diffuses and blurs it into the skin. So the Smashbox brush is fantastic to use with your tinted moisturizers, BB creams, CC creams, and of course your foundations as well. Now, the way I like to use this is in gentle circular motions like this. I usually stick to about 1.5 pumps for foundation. I think that's enough for my face. But yeah, amazing to blur out and blend in foundations. I wouldn't suggest this with powder products. You probably could, but it's not really designed for it, so it's not going to work as well. Just stick to your wet products like your liquid foundations and cream products. Also, another great way to use this particular brush is to blend in your liquid bronzers, cream blushes, liquid brushes, basically all wet products. It's so beautiful, really flawless onto the skin. If you're really after that full coverage or medium coverage foundation, I would reach for something like this that's more densely packed, the bristles I mean. And this one is the Vanish foundation brush from Hourglass. Both of them I did get from Mecca. So on to the next brush, I'm going to show you one from Zoeva. It is the 101 Luxe Face Definer brush. Basically what it is, guys, it's a face setting brush for your powders. It's tapered at the top here, so it's great to also set under the eyes and around the smaller parts of the face, like around the nose. I love powder brushes that have a little bit of a tapered top here because I find that it's really easy to work with, and yeah, you can fit it around smaller parts like I said before. It's cruelty free. It is made of goat hair. Goat hair is fantastic for your powder products because they've got the ability to hold onto the pigment and the powder product better so that it evenly distributes all over the face. How do I use it? Of course, with my powders to set my, tinted moisturizer or liquid foundation, whatever wet product it may be that I'm trying to set. A pro tip I will throw in there for you guys is when you're setting your liquid foundations, for example, try not to like buff it into the skin because you'll disturb your beautifully blended foundation work. It can cause brush strokes, unevenness, and just patchiness overall. So to avoid that, just dip it into the pan, tap off the excess as per usual, and then you just want to lightly, with a light pressure, pat and press into the skin wherever you want to set, and that's it. So easy, so simple. But yeah, that's the powder brush. So the next brush I would like to talk about is a cheek brush. So cheek brushes usually means you can use it for bronzer and blush and of course highlighter as well if you wanted to. So this one was hard to choose from, which I'll show you both anyway. My absolute favorite for cheek brushes is actually this brush here from Surratt Beauty, or Surratt Beauty as most of you know it as. So this one here is his artistic cheek brush, I'm pretty sure it's called. The reason why I love it so much, guys, is the fact that it is so soft, and the size of it as well. I love the fact that it's small enough to fit right on the cheekbone or just right under it. So easy to diffuse powder products onto the skin, like your bronzers, for example. It is made from squirrel hair, cruelty free, I'm sure, but look, I mean, the one thing that will put a lot of people off, and it did put me off as well, is the fact that it is so highly priced. I fortunately got this as a gift, so I did not purchase it myself, but I think it retails for like $176 at Mecca. But anyway, it is worth it, I must say, because it is made of high quality from Japan, and we all know great brushes of quality are made in Japan. I love to use this for my bronzers and my blushes because it just beautifully blends and diffuses the product onto the skin without looking very contoured and like harsh lines. It applies the product and it blends it at the same time. The other one that I wanted to talk about and show you is the angled blush brush from Smashbox. You can see that it's on an angle. So this one's another great one for, you know, your more chiseled contour look when you want to use it for bronzers. You can also use it as a blush brush as well. The way I like to use both is because they blend, that's their job to blend. You can just literally go like this, back and forward motions on the cheekbone, or in circular motions, whatever you're comfortable with. But they both do the same thing. They apply the product, your bronzers and your blushes, and they blend at the same time. So they do all the work for you. Both brands can be found at Mecca, or search online. I can leave links down below where you can find them as well. All right, so now we're on to the eye brushes. The first one, I feel like everyone, even doesn't matter if you're beginner, pro, whatever it is, you need to have an eyeshadow blending brush. This one that I've chosen from brand-wise is Ray Morris, another goat hair brush. This is her 7.1 brush. There's no name, it's just numbered. But essentially it's an eyeshadow blending brush. It applies the color and blends it at the same time. It's tapered nicely at the tip there. Really soft. I just love it to blend eyeshadow. So great brush to have in your kit. Of course, you don't have to go with this particular recommendation or brand that I show you in today's video. There are alternatives, provided, like I say, you read the label, the packaging, what it's designed for, and you're good to go. So eyeshadow blending brush is a must-have in your kit. The other eyeshadow brush that I feel like everyone should own in their kit, whether you're beginner or pro, is a flat eyeshadow brush. This is the 217 brush from MAC. It's flat. It's not like fluffy and tapered like the other one. It's a flat brush here. See, it's flat. When you turn it to the side, it's like thin. So this is fantastic, another goat hair bristle, but it's fantastic to press in your glitter pigments or your shimmer pigments. I find sometimes when you use the, you know, eyeshadow blending brush to apply your glitter or shimmer pigments, what happens is that it just flicks away. It doesn't actually apply onto the skin well. So if it comes to shimmer products, shimmer eyeshadow products and glitter, it's good to just like press it and pat it into the skin. It stays and applies better that way. But this great brush also blends at the same time. Rather than just like pressing and patting the shimmer pigments on, it actually blends at the same time as well. So you could use it with your matte eyeshadows and use it to blend. So how I use it to blend is the tip of it here. I use that bit to blend any harsh lines out. So yeah, that's the second eyeshadow brush that I think everyone should have, is a flat eyeshadow brush. Another one that I feel like everyone should have in their kit is a flat concealer brush that can also be used as a flat eyeshadow brush as well for your glitter or shimmer pigments. So this one is the number 5 brush from Hourglass. Looks like this. Turn it to the side. It's thin. It's synthetic taklon hair, so it's man-made. I love it to apply concealer and also to clean around my eyebrows when I draw them in and fill them in. I just dip it into a little bit of concealer and then just clean around my, like, to shape the brows. So that's what I use it for, and other times I'll also use it for my, you know, glitter and shimmer eyeshadow pigments. It applies really, really well, and it's super, super soft as well. It almost tricks the mind into thinking that it's not synthetic, that you think it's actual natural hair bristles, because it's that soft. So yeah, highly recommend that particular brush. So onto the next essential brush is your angled liner brush. In particular, this is the Smashbox Precision Liner and Brow Brush. Essentially what that means is that you can use it for your eyeliner, and you can also use it for your brow products as well. So it's a great 2-in-1 brush that I think everyone should have in their kit. Make sure when you do find an angled brush that it's quite small and dense. So the brush shouldn't be too like fluffy. It has to be quite dense and precise. So that way when you do your winged liner, you need it to be precise, clean and crisp. It'll allow you to do that with a nice precision liner, angled eyeliner brush like this. Okay, onto the second last brush now, guys. This is the Ray Morris 9.1 brush. Essentially, this is a pencil brush, which means it blends eyeshadows, you know, on the lower lash line. Well, I particularly love to use it to smoke out my lower lash line with this brush. I also like to apply it with my highlighter products to highlight the inner corners of the eyes for that pop of light. It's just great. It's small enough to fit in those areas, and it's cruelty free as well. It's made from goat hair, I'm sure. Super, super soft, and it's of highest quality as well. Ray Morris brushes are made in Japan, and we all know brushes made in Japan are fantastic and of highest quality. Alrighty, so onto the very last brush of this 10 makeup brush collection is the Body Shop lip brush right here. It's just, look, the name says it all. It's a lipstick brush. You can apply it with your lipstick products, whether it be, you know, your liquid lipsticks, cream lipsticks, whatever lip product it is. It's just a really simple, basic, high quality as well lip brush. I don't always reach for my lip brushes unless I'm working on a client, but yeah, it's fantastic, especially for like your bold lipstick colors like what I'm wearing today, and you don't want to like F it up. You can just like really paint it on and make sure that it's precise and clean looking. You can also use it not only for lip products, but you can use it as a concealer brush. You could use it for, you know, inner corner highlight, like in the inner corners of the eyes. It's small enough to do that. So guys, even though it tells you like it's a lip brush, you can use it for other things as well, provided that it works well for you. Why not? There's no rules. But yeah, that's a lip brush from the Body Shop. So guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a massive thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so for future content. But yeah, I will leave you with this one question. If you were to go on a holiday tomorrow and you could only pack 3 makeup brushes, what would they be and why? I would love to know. But for now, bye bye from Peppy and I. That rhymed. I'll see you next time. Bye. Mwah.